Hello, hello, hello. It's been like an entire year almost since Saeko has come out. And what a crazy world we live in, because it got a Switch release. If you didn't notice, I'm a little bit on the small side today for the special occasion of this stream. I've gotten a lot more better at controlling these powers, and I could just change my size at will now. Whoa, I could just do it whenever I want to. Previously, I needed a special freaky kind of girl to wish that desire, to be able to control my size. Shrink down to this little gremlin form, but no, not anymore. I can just do it by myself now. I've gotten better control of my powers. But yeah, hello everyone. We're living in a post-Saeko Switch release world now. When the news hit, like the big news that, yeah, there's gonna be a physical edition of the game, and it's gonna be put on Switch consoles, I was like, holy crap. I did not see that ever really coming, but, well, I mean, I read the devlog, so I saw the hints that, oh yeah, there's gonna be some big news coming. There was some implications that it might be coming to a console that has a very special controller gimmick. And lo and behold, here we are. I've already pre-ordered my Japanese collector's edition. That, when is this gonna be coming out? I think sometime in August, maybe? I'm not sure. Digitally, it's been released already. I think it might still be pre-orders on the American eShop. I think there is like a little like date screw up. But that's kind of for the better, because if you're not paying attention to what has been happening in gaming, Deltarune Chapter 5 released yesterday, the same exact day that this released, and funnily enough, Chapters 3 and 4 came out a week after the initial release of Saeko a year ago. So I'm just saying, if you want any more future chapters of Deltarune, maybe keep an eye on any big updates that happen with Saeko, Giantess dating sim, because the two seem very intertwined in a very funny way. From a week after a release to the same day as the release is kind of a funny coincidence that happened like what, 2 times now. Anyways, I ain't playing Deltarune. I already know all the spoilers for Chapter 5. I don't really care. Episodic releases of things don't really interest me too much to play myself, because I honestly hate waiting. But yeah, look at this Japanese collector's edition. I just went ahead and dropped the money for it because it's really fucking cool. You get the box that contains everything is basically a recreation of the drawer. You get little cardboard standees of each of the characters. You get the soundtrack. You get Saeko's hairpin. Not that I could use that, but you know, when I find the girl who is the one, the hairpin stays on. No. It's too freaky. Sorry, this is gonna be a very not normal stream. Then again, when am I ever normal? I'm never normal. You guys already know my bullshit already. If you've seen me play the game when it first came out, you kind of like understand. Yeah, I'm a freak. I'm a weirdo. I'm a creep. You know the song and dance with me. But yeah, you also get like postcards of like all the like different artists that they had commissioned to like make these like beautiful little postcards of Saeko. You have the original artist. You have the artist behind Valhalla. You have the artist of Giant Ojo-sama, also like being guest artist for that set of cards. It's, yeah, you get the physical soundtrack. very important key detail there. You get something that's actually physical, which is awesome. The new art too by the main artist. You get a physical art book. I'm not sure if that's a sticker sheet or the cardboard cutouts, but yeah. And then there's also gonna be a reversible cover, which we have the design for finally. I don't know if this is the finalized version of it just yet, but it's cute. I like it a lot. I look forward to getting my Japanese collector edition in the mail. Physical merchandise has come out. Well, I had to like buy it on booth, and it was a whole ordeal to get it shipped to the United States. I got some keychains and some stickers and some button badges. You know, it's a game that I like supporting because it means a lot to me. It's something that's kind of very near and dear to my heart. It's kind of a big deal. Here's the American Collector's Edition, which, you know, amazed it's even happening at all. It's a little underwhelming, not gonna lie. You get a digital soundtrack code. I already bought the soundtrack on Steam, so I don't necessarily need it. But hey, maybe if I got a friend who like wants to get the copy of it, I'll give them my copy of for free or whatever. The holographic sticker is, I like that a lot. You get like, what's that, chipboard standees of 4 of the characters. I guess the 3 most popular characters, or the most important to the plot, I guess. Poor Shaimon. No one likes Shaimon, but he was dealt a raw hand. he was just dealt a bad hand. Like, he was just made so unlikable at the start. He's still my favorite character. He's my goat. And yeah, the beautiful cover art of the game is like right there. I love that cover art so much. It's by the same artist. I forgot their name, but they did the Doki Doki Literature Club art and all that, and they got that artist to make the cover for the American edition. So the Japanese version doesn't get this cover art. This is exclusive to American versions of the game. I haven't ordered this one yet, but yeah, no, I'm buying the same game like what, 4 times already. If you aren't aware of like what happened during the initial release of Saeko, what ended up happening was the game was supposed to come out. We had the date and everything, and Steam was being a little bit weird with it, and so there was a delay. So everyone was like pretty much in full panic mode that was looking forward to it. And you know, I wanted to be there day one, play it. I didn't want to get spoiled on anything. I wanted to experience it as raw as possible. And well, yeah, Steam kind of really dropped the ball on that one. We weren't sure if it was actually going to be able to release on Steam, because like I guess Steam hadn't actually approved it, even though I had a listing and everything. So I went and bought it off of a DL site, because it released there, no problem. And then it came out on Steam. Like, I was ready to just play the DL site version. And then, like, I think after I waited 3 hours, it finally published on Steam. And I'm like, okay, I grabbed the game there. And that's how I streamed it. So, a very, very crazy release of the game, but this time it went like pretty smooth, outside of I think the small little delay in the release for the Switch eShop. I love how the game is like rated M on the eShop. It's kind of funny. What was I getting at there with that? I feel like I had something to say after that. The crazy release of that. I don't know, I guess that's just context of like what happened when the game first released. And you know, what was it? Maybe a year before that, I had played the demo as well, and it was living rent-free in my mind for months until the release. I'm nostalgic for that time. I do miss that time. I miss feeling like that. It was like something that it gave me something to look forward to. It's rare when I can look forward to a game and like, I don't know, this is just a sign of like how really mentally unhinged I probably am, that a goofy little game like this kind of means a lot to me. Oh yeah, it's the topic of buying the game. Like, already bought it 2 times, now I'm gonna be buying it 4 times, because, you know, I cannot call myself a fan and skip out on that Japanese collector's edition. And then, you know, I do want the American version as well, because it's still got its exclusive little promos to it, and like I said, that cover art is just actually beautiful. How long will they produce physical copies? Who knows? Whatever. Money is fake. Society is made up. Where the credit card company is doing their censorship bullshit. No, I think it's just Steam being weird with visual novels, and, you know, we kind of live in a world where games like this kind of need to exist because they're a fucking rebellion in the face of censorship and just Puritan culture. Because it feels like every day, everything is cracking down constantly on adult stuff, and any sort of like sexual themes. It's like someone's trying to take the giant iron and just smooth out all of humanity, you know, get all the wrinkles out. Humanity is supposed to have wrinkles, things are supposed to be a little bit messy. I don't like this new approach that the world has taken, where everyone just like wants to fucking censor everything now. It's a very slippery slope. Something small today, something large in the future. It's always like, what, the domino effect? One tiny little domino will lead into something way worse down the line, trust me on that. Anyways, this isn't a let's bitch about the world kind of stream. This is... I guess I could maybe like talk about that post-stream, maybe? Like the kind of stuff that Saeko represents. It's obviously like a fetish game, but it's not like a fetish game. You're not necessarily playing it to jork off or whatever. You're playing something that's a little more intellectual and kind of plays with the themes of the fetish and kind of like symbolizes a lot of different things. Now, I guess like this is gonna be a very heavily spoiler stream, so, you know, please, if you want to experience this game yourself or whatever, probably don't watch this stream. I'm probably just gonna casually spoil a lot of stuff or like talk about things. That's your warning, I guess. So yeah, I was looking into, I guess, some of the inspirations behind Saeko last night. Ones that I've kind of like already known about for a while. But I learned the origin point of where the names Rin and Clara came from. Was it like Yapu the Human Cattle or something? Is a series of novels from the 60s Japan that dived heavily into like some pretty extreme fetish culture stuff. So I guess even those are maybe considered taboo to this day, but I know the creator was talking about how they were reading that and stuff, and that's like kind of where some of the influence for names of the characters of the game came from. So, you know, there's another thread, I guess, if you ever want to, I don't know, go look into stuff or whatever. I can't provide links. I probably said the name wrong, but whatever. I'm white as hell, I don't know how to pronounce shit. Hello, that guy from somewhere. I'm back. Yeah, I mean, I never really left. It's just I haven't really been feeling like streaming a lot lately. Today's a special occasion. It's been a pretty slow month. It's you know, I'm just enjoying time alone, by myself, playing games, and, you know, I was on my Sega Saturn kick a few weeks ago. Not like, you know, and then I'm playing the Parodius series a lot lately. Hello, Prisma. It's just, you know, I've also played Mr. Bones off stream, you know, because I wanna get my practice in for this year, because I want to play that during Halloween. I've been just, you know, having a good time playing games by myself and just being able to appreciate playing games by myself. But yeah, it's August 8th already? No. I don't think August 8th is going to be a very good stream this year. There's not really much more content I could probably pull from to showcase for you guys. I do know some stuff that I could still use, but I really think the second August 8th stream is probably going to go down as probably the best of all the August 8th streams. Or maybe the third one. No, definitely the second one. This is a crazy opinion, but I don't think Mr. Bones is actually that bad of a game. I think people are just bad at video games. Or they just don't, like, they're a little too close-minded to be open to weird and experimental games. If you don't learn a game's rules, that doesn't mean it's a bad game. Is it very rough? Yes. It's very rough to play. It controls very oddly sometimes. But knowing how to play the game actually makes it a lot more of a tolerable experience. Sometimes it is trial and error, and sometimes it is just mean for the sake of being mean, but, you know. I think at the end of the day, Mr. Bones is actually kind of a pretty cool game. I don't know, that's just me being maybe a Kusoge apologist. I don't know. Anyways, we should be hopping into Saeko pretty soon. Sorry to talk your guys' ear off. I can't remember if there was anything else I wanted to say, but yeah. Once again, spoilers are gonna be happening during this stream. You already kind of know what happens. If you saw my previous 2 streams, which in retrospect are probably very, very, very embarrassing, because that's just like me just grabbing my chest, ripping it wide open, and putting my heart on full display. It's kind of, I don't know how well those streams have aged, but you probably learned a little bit too much about me. Embarrassing amount about me. Maybe. I'm a very weird person. I think it's... At this point, it's like, I'm not trying to normalize my weirdness. I think I'm just okay with being weird and an outlier of society, I guess. I think there's too many people out there to kind of try and normalize their weirdness, and, you know, instead of just like embrace it like, yeah, I'm just fucking weird. You don't like me, you think I'm weird, alright, whatever, who gives a shit, move on. There's a million other people out there that you're never gonna meet, so you know. You can't win with everyone, so why try to appeal to everyone? So when I played the demo on stream, that was kind of like the slippery slope of me becoming a little bit more unhinged and open about that kind of stuff. Instead of, you know, being irony poisoned and just, haha, everyone, like, it's, I don't know, I hate irony. Irony poisoning, it's like the worst thing for a person to be. Yeah. Thank you for the take care of yourself redeem. I will drink some droplets of soda. Okay. Was there anything else I wanted to say? Come on, brain. Come on, brain. Think. I'm a weird person. There's gonna be spoilers for this game, obviously, and I'm probably just gonna, like, casually talk about stuff, maybe. What I'm gonna be playing today is actually a new bonus chapter, which is kind of like, I think, I don't know if it's actually official canon to the game, or if it's like its own thing, but this is a prologue, I guess, that maybe act like it's a prototype version of the game that was a demo previously at very early game shows in Japan. And me, along with a bunch of other people, when talking to the dev in the Discord, we're kind of like, oh, it would be cool if one day, like, you know, if we're not going to get a sequel or a prequel, it'd be kind of nice to be able to get our hands on the old prototype demo that you had, because it is a very exclusive, it's like it's exclusive, exclusively new content, new characters, its own little story. Whether or not it actually like ties in, or maybe like maybe the creator went back and rewrote it a bit so it does fit in with the canon. Who knows? We will see. We will see. Played the Rhythm Heaven Groove demo. It felt super plain for some. I know. I saw that too, and I'm like, I'm not sure I really like the new turn Rhythm Heaven took. It doesn't. It's not really scratching that itch that I liked about the previous ones. Did the game change a lot from the prototype? Yes, you will see. The night scenes changed completely to a completely new perspective. The title screen of Saeko used to be the old nighttime quote-unquote dating scenes, where you'd have a full view of her. But in the finished game, it's like you just have her underbreast kind of like looming there, and then anytime you like look up, it slowly scrolls to her face before scrolling back down at you to kind of like set in the this is your perspective. She's giant. The title screen was the prototype date night scene, and you know, you just have the full view of her, and it's kind of like fisheye lens, but it's not like, it just, you know, it's a common problem with Giantess media where, oh, you have the Giantess, but it's just a normal girl. It doesn't feel like they're actually giant, you know? And this is like a fetish that's getting normalized more and more. Every day, everyone is like LARPing, oh, I have a Giantess fetish, oh, big woman, whoa. It's like, it gets kind of annoying, not gonna lie. I've been someone who's like kind of worn my heart on my sleeve for years about this weird, stupid fetish that I have, for better or worse. And I guess that's like what I was trying to get at when having the conversation earlier about like how I know I'm weird. I know I don't fit in. I'm not trying to normalize it. I've never been trying to normalize it. I think kind of wearing your fetishes on your sleeve is a good way to just kind of filter the wrong people out of your life, because if you're weird and people don't accept you, maybe those are not the kind of people you want around, you know? You kind of keep those people away. Maybe you'll actually find the right people that like understand you. If you're looking for a partner, that's also a good way to find one. I guess secret tip on that, but over the course of my entire life, just because I've been open about this kind of stuff, that's usually like what led like any past romantic partners or people who had interest in me to me, was just that I was open about this, and they weren't. You know, they would be like, well, actually, I have it too, which no one knows. And then I'm like, oh, crazy. That like, you know, not crazy negative, but like just, oh, I never took you as someone that would be interested in this kind of stuff. And that's kind of like what just kind of kept happening in the past. But yeah, this isn't a dating advice. Please don't take dating advice from me. I'm just, you know, this is like I always say, it's just a good filter to meet the right people that you probably want in your life. But like, I'm still single, kind of, in the year of 2026. I chose to be a VTuber. It's like kind of like, you know, final nail in the coffin. Oh, what's happening on the TV? Well, this is a little weird game, kind of still stuck on the Wii. Apuna, which one day I would like to play it on stream. It's a really fascinating little game, but there's some things about it that aren't good. But it looks really, it's like a really cool, obscure little Wii game. Here we go again. Hello, Mechanic Hat. Fellow single. Single for cool. No. Why did I say single for cool? Single. I saw it looks cool. Single forever. I don't know. I've been a little bit nervous about today's stream. I haven't streamed in the past couple weeks because I just wasn't really feeling up to it. I'm kind of like not feeling up to being perceived a lot lately. I just kind of want to hide away. But I guess being single is cool too, maybe, if you're into that. I think being single's lame, personally. I need a giant girlfriend in my life. Let me ride around in her cleavage, you know. It's okay, I'm not gonna go too much into details. I'm like, you guys can already imagine. Aw, after a hard day at work, I relax with my favorite male hag VTuber. Yeah. I guess another thing is when you get older in life, you kind of just stop caring about things, and you're like, yeah, whatever. I don't have no high-paying job. I don't have friends. There's not really much in life that I care about, so I could be a clown on the internet. I mean, you know what you want, Emmerich Draws. They're out there, you'll find them. Everyone will find the one that they're looking for. Eventually, maybe. I don't know. No promises. Life is weird. Anyways, was there anything else? It's already been like 34 minutes. I'm sorry. I usually only talk for like 10 or 20 minutes before I start playing the game. But man, it's already like this has gone on way too long. I know you guys are here to see the giant girl, and I will give you guys the giant girl. So I'll see you guys in just a moment. Wow. Look at this craziness right here. Can you believe the Switch store of all things? You can get the OST here. I guess that's another thing they added is if you buy the OST, I guess you kind of get it in the game. I'm not sure if it's the same for the Switch version, but I know the Steam version, you have to own the OST on the Steam version to be able to play the OST through the game. So yeah, it's I guess that's still in pre-order mode, so it hasn't officially released for digital sales. But I have seen people in Japan, the pop-up stores and everything, they even have like little cookies with some of the characters on it that you could buy at like a cafe or whatever. But yeah, this is just a really goofy thing to see. Nintendo of all platforms allowed this on their console. You can't get it on can't get it on PlayStation or Xbox, but I mean, why would you? No one owns a PlayStation or an Xbox anymore at this point. But yeah, let's get into the real reason why you're here. I'm not going to be playing the Switch version. I don't get that until much later, but even then, I probably won't actually play it on the Switch, because I have the Steam version, and that's all I need. Oh, had the game up for just a moment. I believe you have to beat the game to unlock the little extra prototype version. Rickwood tastes like artificial blueberry. No. My canonical flavor is black licorice. Awful. A very, very awful flavor and no one would like. Unless I guess you're European. That would definitely be like some sort of poisonous to eat, probably. Like ink does not taste good. Have you guys ever tried to eat ink? Anyways, sorry if I get like pretty into it and don't talk too much to chat, because there is gonna be some reading. I don't know how long this is gonna be. I think maybe 20-30 minutes, since it was initially a demo. I don't know if it's been expanded at all. This game includes descriptions of cruelty and sexual language. Please play at your own discretion and rest as necessary. I didn't need it. I played the entire game in one sitting. Well, not the entire game. I did all the extra stuff on a second stream, but I'm not gonna lie. After I did play I was fucked up for a few days afterwards. That's a sign of a good visual novel, or maybe a sign of a beginner playing a visual novel. If you feel just really weird a few days after you read it, that's like kind of getting your sea legs, because what a game. The rain was cold that night. I didn't see anyone on the street. The moon was bright that night. The street lamps' shadows flickered in the puddles. There she is. Here's all my save files. I think I have like each of the endings kind of in their little save file. I had to like find one of them, and like I had to just kind of restart the title screen, because it would immediately start up and pretty much spoil one of the endings, because depending on which of the 3 endings you get, something special happens to this title sequence. Let's see, other? Here's the soundtrack. I remember having one of these iPods. It didn't have buttons or anything like this. I just had the circular wheel. It is so weird that we had to like just navigate everything with the circle wheel, but it really worked in a strange way. But yeah, like how it's okay. The song's name is officially Existence, but even here it's recognized as Our Existence. I wonder if it's reading from the Steam files, because I noticed that little difference in the OST from like, say, the YouTube upload of the OST versus what the Steam files of the OST said is Our Existence. But the song itself is just called Existence, so I'll have to... I wonder if editing the name of the file in the folder would edit it here. I'm not sure. But yeah, others. Let's begin the prototype. February 10th, 2008. So technically this is the game. The main game takes place in October, later in 2008. So this is months in advance. I wake up in darkness. No lights, no windows, only darkness. I rub my eyes a few times. The familiar outlines of the closed room slowly come into focus. Somebody is touching my body. At first it feels erratic, but at the same time, there seems to be a rhythm to it. It's too dark for me to see their face, but this touching is too much. I muster up the courage to speak, and the figure who has been hovering over my bottom half flinches. The shadow fades away with a sly smile lingering on their lips. Even though I only saw a glimpse of them in the dark, I know those green eyes. It had to be her. Somebody with green eyes touched my body while I was asleep. I should find out her intentions. Of course, it's Chio. There's a lot of mystery kind of still surrounding Chio, why she acts the way that she does. But I think there's like a lot of people criticize the game for having weirdly written characters, but I think a lot of the characters are more meant to represent something of the fetishist culture. Maybe more thoughts on that later. We will see. Oh, hello, Rin. Good morning. Your face is a little red. What is it? Getting all worked up talking to me? I'm not worked up. I don't think I am, at least. I just want to know, did you do anything weird to me while I was asleep? Like, rubbing my body? Don't you think you're imagining things? What? Imagining things? But somebody was touching my body when I woke up, and when I spoke to them, they went away. I couldn't see that well in the dark, but they reminded me of you, Chio. I can't recall anything like that, though it does seem like something I'd do. Maybe it was just a dream. You've been stuck in this room for a while, after all. It's been a long time, hasn't it? I've heard about people seeing dreams like that, you know, when their needs aren't met. I guess that's possible. Or maybe it was Iruma. He's right over there. Why don't you try talking to him? I thought the person playing around with me was Chio, but according to her, it might have been Iruma, the man with the blue eyes. Time to talk to Iruma to find out the truth. When I was sleeping, it was Chio, obviously. I didn't even get to ask. I mean, I saw it go down. Looked like you were enjoying yourself. What? No way. Until Chio suddenly disturbed your beauty rest. Thank goodness. What's good about it? In any case, don't blame me. Try thinking for yourself before you start pointing fingers. Right. Just as I thought, it was Chio. I don't like to be made fun of, but I'll have to swallow my frustration and talk to her again. As you can notice too, the drawer is very different. This is the prototype drawer, where everything looked a little bit different, and there are objects you don't see in the main game. I'm pretty sure you're the one who assaulted me in my sleep. What a line, what a fucking line. Haha, you're such a sweet kid. I can't believe you really went to check with Iruma. Of course it was me. Iruma only has the hots for his work documents and his bald boss. That cute little body of yours does nothing for him. Hey. Oh, so scary. I told you to stop it with these pranks. I don't think that's a prank, Rin. But it wasn't a prank. I just wanted my cute little Rin to enjoy himself. Like, anyone could enjoy that right after they woke up. I'm pretty sure there's people that probably enjoy that right after they wake up, but you know, everyone's different. Oh, then I can touch you when you're fully awake? No. Aww. But you liked it, didn't you? I think I'm pretty good, if I can say so myself. I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel anything. Look at you, going all quiet, feeling embarrassed. How cute. I love that troubled little face of yours. Hey, can I take a closer look? Stop that. Stop that. Plus, it's too dark to see. I can see just fine. Anyway, don't. Stay away from me. Your face is lovely. Are you kidding? Neither of us has taken a bath in ages. Wasn't that... well, that's the drinking water in the bottle cap, but technically also for baths too. At most, my face gets a quick splash from the water in the bottle cap. Oh, there we go. It's referenced. The bottle cap. If you looked at my face in the light, all you'd see is a layer of dust. Yep, a gigantic dust ball, like a cloud of cotton candy. Ha. I just thought that if I went at you while you were asleep, I'd have a chance. Not like there's anything else to do in this place. Have a chance? A chance at what? A chance to go beyond touching, obviously. Absolutely not. That reaction is a bit harsh. Well, I'll put that aside. I'm getting kind of tired. Is there anything to eat in here? Look around the room for Chio if there's any food that could fill Chio's stomach. Drag and drop. Here we go. A cap of a plastic bottle. It is filled with fresh water. I don't want germs, so scoop the water out with your hands to drink it. Worried about making an indirect kiss? Is what Chio replies. Barbecue sauce. With a strong flavor. Saeko received it with an order of chicken nuggets. Hell yeah! That's how I know she's my girl. She loves her chicken nuggets. Iruma wanted this. But why? Is what it says. Sticky note. A sticky note that was on the wall. I write a journal every night under Saeko's instructions. You can save using this in the full game, or so I've heard. Which that wasn't carried over. All the save settings are in the top. You know, it's the top now. So like technically, could I? Oh, you can. Stamp, an unused 80 yen stamp. It depicts a gentle landscape of mountains and rivers. I don't know who brought this in, but it's pretty, like a painting. The music player, an older model of a music player at this size that your phones double as speakers. You can choose the BGM using this in the full game, or so I've heard. Which didn't end up being a feature in the full game, but it did come back as the newly added music player. She didn't leave one nuggie for you? I probably got a little taste of the nugget. Yeah, Rin gets special treatment after all. Or at this point, did he get special treatment? Because like, if this is canonical, this is what, February, and the game takes place like 8 months later into October, so Rin's been here for a while, so that's where the heavy spoilers kind of come in, where yeah, Rin's mind kind of got wiped somehow. One of Saeko's weird powers with her possession. Napkin, a highly absorbent, convenient napkin. It's soft and can be used as a bed. Rin, I wonder what this is actually used for. And Chio, oh, that's... yeah, it's a feminine sanitary pad. That ain't no napkin. It's so funny. It was so funny watching a lot of people play this and like not pick up on that. Hello, Dubious. Hair tie, a stretchy hair tie. Saeko uses it when tying her hair up in her room. Doesn't this smell kind of nice? And Chio replies, Rin, you can be kind of creepy sometimes. Says you. Hairpin. A hair clip that Saeko used. Superficial scratches reveal a metallic sheen. What do you think about this, Chio? And Chio says, fashion is for the young. I think the tragedy of Chio just comes from the fact that she's just an older woman that probably didn't get to live her life and never really found love. She is way past like Christmas cake age in Japan. And so that's probably why she is the way that she is in the main game and probably here as well. It's like, well, I'm probably gonna die. Here's my last chance. An unfulfilled life that will ultimately end tragically. Rations, which are chipped in places, an excellent source of nutrition that can be stored at room temperature. I wish it were fruit flavored. And Chio's like, are you serious? Here, there's some extra rations. Thanks. Just rations? These rations are too hard and too big, and that's not an euphemism. It's bigger than my whole body. With how weak I am now, I won't be able to break it into smaller pieces to eat. Oh, do you think you could find something hard for me? I could use it to scrape the dust off the rations to eat. Something strong and sturdy to scrape the rations, and not the organ attached to your body. I wonder how much of this gets censored on the Nintendo Switch, because I know they probably did have to censor a lot of lines. But I know the solution to this. I mean, you gave the hair tie to Shio. Does this look hard to you? I'm sure you got something harder attached to you. Want me to touch it to change? Okay. You know, like... Okay. I've seen this little animated GIF before. I found a hairpin. It's longer than my arm, but I think it's light enough that you could carry it with one hand. Thank you, but it looks heavy. Let me give it a try. Yeah, I think this little animation was shown off in an old developer log. And before the game came out, we were all theorizing and stuff. What does this mean? What could this possibly mean? Is Chio training to assassinate Saeko with her own hairpin? Is it gonna be like that? No, it wasn't like that. Okay, I'll scrape the surface off the rations with this hairpin and eat the dry powder that flakes off. It kind of sounds like not so good. Not sure I could say this tastes good. One mouthful and I'm already tired of the flavor. I think it's actually supposed to be eaten in just 3 or 4 bites. Right, though, it'll take us weeks at our size. Well, it's nutritionally balanced, so I can't complain. The egg we ate the other day gave us all of us nosebleeds. I felt bad for the person stuck with the yolk. Wait, why would eggs give you a nosebleed? Was that just like it was cooked really badly? Was Saeko just like not good at cooking eggs? Actually, I'm remembering back to the story. There was a key point where I think eggs and like Saeko kind of being a little bit of a picky eater was a thing. So maybe that ties into it. I felt bad for the person stuck with the yolk. I remember, you said you wanted the egg white, even though you're so young. I thought you were just holding back to be polite, but I understood once I started eating. Trying to finish a yolk larger than your entire body is torture. That hellish egg is definitely to blame if my cholesterol is too high at my next checkup. Cholesterol? You don't even know about cholesterol? They measure it in your regular health check. It brings me back. Oh, but I guess they'd be more worried about my height if I had a checkup now. Because you're so short? So short and so light. My body mass index. My BMI is on the low end. I don't even want to think about the endoscopy. The camera would be thicker than I am now. Oh my god. I guess it's good news, though it's hard to take. I did so much for my health, but it was all for nothing. Look on the bright side. If your BMI had been higher, you might have been dead by now. Since people look tastier with more meat on their bones. Heh. You really have an odd way of cheering people up. Do you want some rations? I'm good. I guess, yeah, she's kind of technically just a heartbroken girl failure. And how about you, handsome? I see you acting all quiet, looking off in the distance. Why the silence? Don't tell me you wanted a taste. Sorry, I was thinking. Don't worry, I'm not in a bad mood. That's good. I wouldn't know what to do if you asked me to give you a little... I wouldn't know what to do if you asked me to give you a little treat as an apology. Oh dear, now you're really in a bad mood, aren't you? And it's 100% your fault, Chio. Now that I think about it, you said you really wanted something before, didn't you? Rin, could you hand that over to Aruma? It might wipe that frown off his face. Aruma said he wanted something. Try giving it to Aruma, since it looks like Chio feels too awkward to do it. Gave the napkin to Aruma. Are you sure that's what you want to give to Aruma? Isn't it? I don't think so. Look how cranky his face is. He didn't really like say he wanted anything, but like, yeah, the graphic of this like wasn't even fully finished. You're giving this to the wrong person. Yeah, let's just go ahead and save. Not that it probably like ultimately matters or anything. Thanks. Do you know what time it is? 17:22. It says so on the iPod over there. Surprised they could get away with saying iPod, but then again, maybe Apple just doesn't even care about that shit anymore. I see. Then it's about time. Thank you. I'll take it. You're welcome. I don't think Chio can feel awkward like on a mechanical level. Dude just guzzled down a whole portion of ranch. I mean, I love barbecue sauce. It's my go-to sauce. But if it's McDonald's barbecue sauce, that shit's ass. Ew, hate that. That's like the worst barbecue sauce. It's like, it's way too sweet. Hey, why did you suddenly ask for barbecue sauce of all things? Figured an old man like you would want something more old-fashioned, like a can of chicken. Ew, canned chicken, like the thought of like, that's just really gross to me. Chicken. I'm not planning on eating this. If chicken was on the menu, I'd take it in a heartbeat. So you're planning on sharing that sauce with us? Sorry, but no, I'm doing this. Aruma climbs onto the barbecue sauce and repeatedly kicks the lid from above. After a few kicks, the lid splits open and the sweet aroma of barbecue sauce fills the room. Well done. But then Aruma does something unexpected. He heads to the hole in the lid and jumps right into the sauce. Oh, he's gonna kill himself in the barbecue sauce. What? After a few more jumps, Aruma is completely covered in sauce, like a child who'd played too much in the mud. Ah, now I get why you wanted barbecue sauce. You're seasoning yourself to make yourself taste good. So you've made your decision. You must have thought about it yourself. You said it before, you wanted to get this over with, right? Want to join me in the sauce? That's a good way to invite someone to do something. Want to join me in the sauce? I should start saying that randomly. Get lost in the sauce. I mean, technically, he, like I said, he's probably like killing himself in the sauce. Like, that's already what he's doing. He knows. I don't mind the sauce, but sharing it with you, that's a little, you know. I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm relieved too. I don't want to be stuck with your babbling until the very end. Oh. Though it might make a good distraction. Don't even joke about it. I have no intention of meeting my end with you. Sure, I hate my life here. But I'm not letting some other woman gobble me up before I've had a taste of Rin's lower half myself. A convenient excuse. Nothing wrong with convenience. Just let me say this. I don't hate your looks or anything. If Rin weren't here, I might have settled for you. Phrasing. I can't fault your decision either, waiting day in and day out. or waiting day in, day out like a pig for slaughter. It's no way to live. What I'm saying is, I won't stop you. I'm sure you already know what's waiting for you. But I hope it's not painful, at least. Not too painful. Good luck dissolving quickly. Thanks, though your bedside manner needs some work. A few moments of silence. We look at each other, but none of us speaks. The silence continues. Just as I think the silence might continue forever, I hear a muffled rumble in the distance. Wow, what perfect timing. There's a low, heavy, violent thud, as if a meteorite had hit. Shockwave ripples through the room, shaking it with the force of a bomb. She's here. We already know the source of the earthquakes, the footsteps of a girl. Mixed in with the footsteps, other noises fill my ears. Fabric brushing fabric, organic breaths, a steady heartbeat. The girl probably pays these noises no attention. For us, they become a deafening roar. Is there oxygen in the stomach, or would you suffocate first? This is where we say, some people want the realism, some people don't. Some people want it to be a stupid cartoon fantasy. I like it as a stupid cartoon fantasy. Realistically, no, you would die immediately because of the lack of the air. That would kill you first before anything else, probably. If I didn't immediately get melted by acid, but... yeah, no, like... There's no air in the stomach. But... That's like, at that point, you're arguing about realism in such a goofy, cartoony fetish. Trust me, it's like every single time you ever get into a discussion with someone who doesn't understand it, their immediate reaction is to just make everything as real as possible, or be, actually, nerd emoji, did you know that there's, like, no light or air? And it's, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Let me jacket the fucking cartoon women eating tiny people. Like the crescendo at the end of a song, her footsteps grow louder. And then they stop. Bye. After another few seconds of silence, the ground once more begins to shudder. I fall to the ground, unable to stay standing. Next I hear the creak of something moving. Then a tremendous commotion that shakes the whole room. As the room we're in, the second drawer of a desk is pried open by Saeko's fingers. Now I wonder, because some of the objects disappeared, is this entirely new? Like, I think this salvaged some parts of the demo and already, like, maybe rewrote some stuff that you already know people get eaten. Hello, little people. Did you have fun waiting? I have a special present for you today, at university. Oh? I thought I smelled something nice. The barbecue sauce is open. And a little person is in the sauce. Small enough to bathe in your favorite food. For once, I'm a little envious. But if you cover yourself in sauce like that, it makes you look very, very yummy. Sorry, could I have a bite? Just a tiny one. Saeko's hand comes into the drawer. Her unthinkably large fingers fill our vision. They stop upon reaching their target and envelop a small body, lifting it far up into the sky. He doesn't get his own little, like, chibi sprite or anything. Yum. Sweet with a hint of spice, sauce and little people make a good combination. Maybe I'll have another as a snack. Help! Just kidding. I'll let you live a little longer. It'd be a waste to eat you up now. But I still have some time before cram school. Maybe I'll play around some more with the little person of the day. Oh! Oh no, I'll have to get some more, or I'll run out. I'll be back later. Be good while I'm away. That's new. He doesn't just eat people. It's heavily implied in the main game that she was a... Do you believe in horoscopes? Yeah? Here's the old date scene. You do. I was lining up at a shop today and heard some freshmen talking. Stuff like how Capricorns are thriving and Virgos should be careful not to lose their stuff. I'm a Capricorn, holy shit. Capricorn call, like, Capricorn shout out. They pick up free newspapers just so they can rip out the horoscope section to carry around. Huh? Don't you think they're silly? No. That's so? Sorry. Don't you think they're silly? Okay, yeah, a little bit. But I kind of get it. I believe in stuff like horoscopes and charms when I was younger. And it turns out charms are real, right? Yep. I know the way, how you got these powers. Your body is proof of that. But I don't think gods or curses are real, after all. I've never been punished. Oh, right. I found something interesting. Look, it's like a little whiskey bottle. Even has a logo printed on it. But it's chocolate on the inside. Cool, right? Yeah. Hey, can you hold this with both hands? It's not too heavy. It's okay. Good. When you hold it, it almost looks like a real whiskey bottle. I'm giving that to you. Eat it with the other little people. Thanks. Careful though. The chocolate has a little alcohol in it. I don't want to see you getting drunk and making a mess. Oh, she wanted me to respond. Sorry. I don't want to see you getting drunk and making a mess. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Let's leave it at that for today. Byron, get some rest. You too. Have a good night, Saeko. February 11th, 2008. And then I return once more to the drawer. There is complete silence. Not a single sound to be heard. But I should have gotten used to this silence long ago. Is the unease I feel because of the new girl here? There she is. Very, very different from the Akari that we see in the finished game. But now it kind of makes sense. Kind of knowing if this is actually canonical to the main game. Makes a lot of sense. I can feel her gaze on me. What should I do? This is so awkward. Should I say something? Maybe I'll ask Chio first. I want to talk to the new girl, but it looks like she's on the verge of tears. It's too awkward. First, I'll ask Chio for advice on what to do. Hey Chio, the new girl keeps looking this way, but it seems like she could cry at any moment. Could you talk to her for me? You're good at this kind of thing, aren't you? Huh? Well, I guess. I wish I could, but... I don't know how to go about it. Her situation seemed a bit complicated and all. All young women have it tough, you know? Tell this girl the harsh truth and she might burst into tears. Why would you ask Chio for anything? Yeah, I know. I mean, in this situation, you're just kind of desperate anyways. It's like, who else are you gonna ask? Rin's not very good with women, obviously. And at least Chio kind of has her age. She might start saying you were lying to her and take it out on us. And she looks kind of soft, doesn't she? If you tell her what's happening here, she'll panic for sure. Ha. I would have been nice and sweet to a boy, but this girl's not my type, unfortunately. Huh? Really? I thought you'd lay your hands on anyone. What do you think I am? Even I have preferences. Excuse me, but are you done with your whispering? Ah. Sorry, it's nothing for you to concern yourself over. Hey, she heard everything. Rin, go talk to Akari already. Looks like our private conversation wasn't that private after all. Chio's in a terrible mood too. I should put on my big boy pants and talk to Akari. I'll put on my old big boy pants. Fucking little 2-3 inch gnome in a drawer. Your name is Akari, right? Yes, and you are? I'm Rin. Thank you for the redeem. I shall drink some of my soda. Gotta increase my appeal. You know, why don't I just call the take care of yourself redeem the appeal increase redeem? But like only people who know would know that like would mean nothing to like pretty much 99% of people have never seen this game before. It'd be funny. Ideas. I'm Rin. Forgive me for asking, Rin, but are you a girl or... Oh, I had a Otokonoko, like, conversation again. Go on, ask her. Want to use your hand to find out for yourself? No way! I can hear everything you're whispering. Oops! Ahem, sorry for the late introduction. I'm Chio. I didn't mean anything by all that. And Rin is 100% a boy. I check for myself every night. Fucking hell. Oh god, like... when watching other people play this game, I like... some streams I just had to like click off of because... there's no suspension of disbelief. They just like go on a tangent on like how they're not cool with this kind of shit, and then it turns into like a... like... just... I don't know, this game is not made for you. Quit it. Just stop playing it. Don't refund it. Or refund it. Do whatever you want. But if something doesn't land with you, and this game did not land with a lot of people, but you know, if you're a pervert like me, you're just kind of used to this stuff. You know, it's fantasy. It's you know, It's true that I'm a guy. I'm not sure about Chio checking. I have a number of things I want to ask. Please be honest with me. What on earth is this place? Well, there's no point in hiding it, I guess. Stay calm and hear me out, Akari. This is the drawer of a desk in Saeko's apartment. You know how desks have compartments that you can put textbooks in? We're in one of those now. It might look like a huge storeroom to us, but to Saeko, this is only large enough to fit a school notebook. You've probably already realized this, but Saeko shrank us. From an ordinarily sized human's perspective, each of us is smaller than a thumb. We're like living dolls. Now, if they drop the whole like Tom Thumb name in, that's 100% a reference to, or that's just like being a reference to the original Saeko stories. The fact that they refer themselves to be the size of a thumb, because Saeko would always call her favorite tinies Tom Thumb. And so you would have Tom Thumb 1, Tom Thumb 2, Tom Thumb 3. What happened to the previous Tom Thumbs? Well, she's a girl that sometimes gives in to her indulgence. And sometimes it's like getting caught in the moment, and then she doesn't realize until afterwards, and then she gets kind of sad about it. She's not a heartless monster. She still eats people. So I guess she kind of technically is a monster, but you know, problematic faves. Everyone has them. Where's the funny, haha, ironic visual novel jokes? There's no jokes here. It's as sincere as you could possibly get. I guess that's why I like this. It's not irony poison. It's not trying to like be subversive. It's 100% like what you kind of get, you know? I mean, the game was initially supposed to be just called Saeko, but they know that wouldn't sell, so I think the publisher was kind of saying, oh, you know what would be a good idea? Attach Giantess dating sim to it. That would help it sell more, and I think that's why it ended up with the name that it got, even though it's not necessarily... It's like partially a dating sim, but it is still more of a story-focused visual novel with a tinge of romance, and it just discusses a lot of fetishy stuff and explores characters that don't really act like humans, but they all like represent something specifically about the fetish or fetish subcultures and all that. I want to say a character like Kina kind of exists as a like the whole like rebellious nature of just wearing your heart on your sleeve and doing what the fuck you want to do because you only have one life. And you know, if you waste it, if you're not passionate and you don't make the thing that you want to make, then did you actually live or whatever? It's kind of like looking at the normal shit and saying fuck that, I'm gonna be weird and gross and different on purpose. Then you get characters like Shaimon, who he comes off as a scumbag, but in all reality, he just wanted to learn more about women because he wrote novels for women that girls actually liked and all that. Those were his novels in the phone that we were reading. And it turns out he doesn't like scary stories or like bad endings, so that's why those visual novels are very cheesily written, and that was deliberate. That was on purpose. Too many people like thought, wow, this is written like shit, and it's like, no, that's the point. It's cheesy on purpose. And then depending on what you do in the game, the ending for that story either turns into a bad end or a good end. But that's why I like Shaimon, though. He's kind of like a representative of, I don't really like the super scary stuff that pertains to this kind of like stuff, but I like the more lighthearted stuff. A little darkness is good sometimes. Moko was basically kind of a prime example of someone so detached from life and reality that she was kind of like a very toxic consumer of porn, visual novels, manga, that it really warped her perception and like what is okay to do. Shio is proving herself to be very, very like, you know, like I said earlier, she's a Christmas cake. She didn't really get to live her life, and now she's seeing that, oh, my life is pretty much forfeit at this point. Nothing matters. I tried to take care of myself, but nothing matters. I'm gonna die, and I'm gonna probably die, you know, unfulfilled, not gonna have any sort of like romantic interest or partner or whatever. So that's why she's being as weird and desperate as she's being in this situation. It's weird. Yui was a character who was... The game like paints Saeko to be this monster, this awful person. And I think she's like the other coin of BDSM, where there's like a nice gentleness behind her, even though she's like very rough and mean and awful from everyone else's point of view, basically. But Yui is like an actual psychopath, and she's I guess the example of a bad dominant person who just hurts others for the sake of hurting others to get pleasure, and she doesn't actually like show any care towards anyone. So, you know, she basically drugged the guy, brought him back home, keeps him locked up, imprisoned at her place, and then she gets bored of him and just like, oh, whatever. So Yui is probably the worst character in the game, like an actual psychopath. But she's like a parallel to Saeko in that way. But I don't know, I want to say Saeko at least kind of feels bad about what she does, to the point where it causes her to break in the finale of the game. She knows what she's doing is wrong. Yui does not know that what she's doing is wrong. And Clara is just kind of like Clara, where she's, oh, I'm the hero of this story, and Saeko is the villain. It kind of like gives it a very fantasy, I am the hero, we're gonna win, and then, you know what happens with Clara. If you do Yui's like optional route, you just kind of like, yeah, there's really nothing redeeming or nice about Yui. She kind of deserves everything she gets. I have not watched or played the game. Well, you should play it or go watch my previous VODs of when I played, like, pretty much showcased everything. Anyway, sorry for the tangent. I hate when people do that when playing this, and I just did it myself, so I'm a big fat hypocrite. Anyways, from an ordinarily sized human's perspective, each of us is smaller than a thumb. We're like living dolls. Living dolls. I haven't heard the specifics of how this works. Neither Rin nor I know anything about it. And, her powers are essentially granted through a mask that her father brought home for her when she was a young girl, and then she fell gravely ill. And I guess whatever was possessing that mask possessed her and saved her life and gave her these powers. That's how it is in like the stories, and that's also kind of like the game is separate from the stories. It's not the same exact Saeko, but there are some continuity nods here and there, but it's not meant to be a sequel to the stories. It's meant to be its own thing, but it still follows the setting in specific ways. Yeah, I was just walking home one night from the convenience store. I suddenly felt dizzy and blacked out, and then I found myself on the desk in this room. I didn't know who Saeko was before this. I see. I was wiping my hands with a handkerchief at a washroom sink at the university. Then I heard something from one of the stalls behind me, a strange voice, like somebody had inhaled helium. High-pitched, but quiet and muffled. And I think there's also another set of stories, I think called Endless, that also inspired this, so that's kind of showing here, where it's kind of like that's more like spell-focused and curses and all that. I was concerned, so I knocked on the stall door. When I opened it, a girl with black hair was looking my way. She was very tall. When I looked up at her, her eyes were turned up in a creepy smile. Then everything went dark around me. I had been trapped. It was warm inside, and everything was swaying. It must have been inside Saeko's pocket. But why does Saeko shrink humans in the first place? I don't really want to say this to a cute young girl like you, but she shrinks people so that she could use the shrunken people to fulfill her desires. Living, moving dolls that are only a few centimeters tall, humans just like her, but too small to fight back. Can you imagine how she might use them? Anything you could think of, she's probably already done. Yep. We're a dime a dozen. Break one toy, she can find another, no problem. And I'm not sure if I should say this, but we're also food for Saeko. What? Maybe it's the feeling of overpowering something that does it for her. She seems to like how we wriggle in her stomach. She eats little people for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like clockwork. She has us for snacks sometimes, too. I can't... She eats other humans? Alive? Yes, I'm sure you can imagine how cruel it is. I'm sure it's very painful. Starting to cry. Look, you went and said too much. Sorry, I shouldn't have told her everything at once. This is why I didn't want to say anything. Like I said, I can hear you. Please don't treat me like a child. I was just organizing my thoughts. We were all turned small and are now being kept in this drawer. Saeko treats us as living toys and does whatever she wants with us. So, 8 months before the game kind of like officially begins, now we kind of understand why Akari was put through hell and back, if this is canonical to that. Like, she goes, should I just outright say it? Probably not. She goes cave spelunking, and that is hinted at, in the ending of the game. Context clues, too, of why she's drenched when she's put into the drawer, and wants us to dump water on her immediately. She was missing for a couple days before being reintroduced to the drawer. All the gears in your mind start connecting, and you're like, oh, poor Akari. No wonder why she's so run down and traumatized all the time. We can't leave. One day, we will meet our deaths at Saeko's whims. This is terrifying. Of course it is. But please don't worry. I won't cry or panic. Huh? I can already tell from how you two reacted. All the girls like me who screamed and sobbed died right away, didn't they? That's why Chio is worried about me panicking and going wild in the same way. You need to stay calm to survive in this place. I'm not an idiot. I can figure out that much. Huh, you're more mature than I thought. Definitely wouldn't have guessed from how flighty you look. You could have stopped at the first sentence. I don't know if we can become friends, but for now, we have no choice but to live here together. I know I'll have to get along with the both of you. Heh, you're a smart girl. Thank you. Now I could ask how many weeks you've been here? How come you haven't been eaten by Saeko? From what you told me, she eats quite a number of little people every day. You're right. We've been pretty lucky, so far as little people go. Yeah, most little people don't even last one night. They get shrunk and then they're eaten before they even know what's happening. Poor Moko. This drawer is like a VIP box for her favorite little people. Oh, okay. So this is like the VIP lounge. That's always something I wondered, like, okay, it can't just be everyone who's in the drawer. She has to have other places that she stores them. Only special little people that Saeko has decided to keep alive are put in here. Look around, you know this place is stocked with everything we need to stay alive. Rations, water, scraps of cloth, an iPod. These are special gifts from Saeko to us. You sound quite happy. Even if I hear all that, it doesn't make me think of Saeko as kind or good. She's still the one who abducted me. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Anybody would think the same way. Careful. We might be her favorites, but that doesn't mean she'll let us live no matter what we do. We all have our own health and appeal, you see? Health is simple. It's shown as a heart mark. If we skip eating out or stress, if we skip eating out of stress or act hysterical, our health goes down. They're explaining the game mechanics in a way that doesn't feel completely organic to the story. Saeko will abandon any weakened toys with 0 health or less. It's sad, but you do well to remember it. And damn does Akari remember it. And then there's appeal. Look for the sparkle mark. If somebody's appeal... Alright, Chio, you're breaking the 4th wall here. If somebody's appeal reaches 50, Saeko will take them away. She just can't resist, apparently. You just gotta suspend your belief, but I mean, that's really easy to do for this game. I rag on people being too realistic about shit and sucking the fun out of it, and it's like, stop questioning it, asshole. Just like fucking learn how to have fun or whatever, or appeal goes up in a number of ways. Fighting back against Saeko on one hand, enjoying life here. Appeal goes up, fighting back against Saeko on one hand, enjoying life here too much on the other. That's how countless little people have disappeared from our ranks. So be careful your appeal doesn't get too high. Don't even think about escaping from here or outwitting Saeko. She'll find out right away and make quick work of you. So you two just plan on hiding inside a drawer until the day Saeko decides to eat you? Wow, they're just glaring at each other silently. This is so awkward. That's what everyone watching the stream is just thinking right now. Like, wow, this guy's really awkward. I should give the two something to clear the air. Something that will make things less tense. Chio and Akari had a disagreement, and things are on the edge. I don't know who's right, but this is just awkward. I should give them something to make things less tense. A whiskey-flavored candy. Alcohol, this is mine, okay? Akari's like, let me have a sip too. Any new dialogue for Akari? You want a hair tie? What is it? Is that a present for me? Sorry, I'm not in the mood right now. I don't mind accepting it later, but please let me organize my thoughts first. I mean, I know from... Here. Have some whiskey. I got this chocolate from Saeko yesterday. Why don't you eat it? Thanks. Huh, there's alcohol in it. I really appreciate it. But really... If you're trying to make me feel better, Rin, I'm really done for. Was I being that obvious? Nothing wrong with being obvious. It'd be nice if that Akari could be as kind as you. Oh, that chocolate is for the two of you to eat together, to help you make up. You want me to share this delectable chocolate with somebody else? Yes. Do I have to? Yes. You... Well... Let's have it then. Yeah, you two, quit fighting, get drunk. It's good. Really good. It's so sweet. And the alcohol's hitting me. My body feels all floaty. Like at this size, yeah, even a smallest bit of alcohol would make you completely fucking sloshed, probably. Sorry. I should have chosen my words more carefully earlier. I'm sorry too. I didn't mean to act so scary. I'm actually quite fond of my life here. I'm not bound by society's rules or annoying relationships. I don't have to worry about food. Sure, I might get eaten one day, but it also seems like we're special somehow. Saeko treats us nicely too. I don't want to take more risks than necessary. I don't want to lose the fun life I enjoy with everyone here. I get to look forward to checking between Rin's legs every day too. Right, Rin? God damn it, Chio. You ruined the moment! Oh my, look how red your face is. Don't tell me you're embarrassed because there's a young woman here. Maybe I should give you a thorough lesson so that you could grow up into a proper gentleman. Lesson. Well, when you give that lesson, please do it somewhere I can't see. Got it, but I might not be able to keep quiet. That's fine. You'd have to be really good. Haha. Really good. Okay, you're a little too drunk. Could it be you're a fan of dirty jokes, Akari? Please forget all that. The whiskey went to my head. Let's leave it at that. I'm happy I got to see another side of you. In any case. He's not gonna be a fan of dirty jokes by the end of the game. Anyway, if you want to survive in here, don't think about fighting Saeko or trying to survive. As long as you keep your thoughts straight, this place is perfect, minus how boring it is. Just try to enjoy each day as it comes. Got it? Understood. For now, I'll try to keep that mindset. Also, haha, you said come. No, she didn't say that. By the way, Akari, do you have a type? Huh? A type. You have to know what I mean. What do you look for in a guy? Does she just jump to sex whenever she's not sure what to talk about? Insert joke about VTubers here. Hey guys, VTuber number 1520 here. Sex. Haha, that's the joke. Sorry, she jumps to sex whenever she's not sure what to talk about. Just like some girls in real life. I mean, yeah, most women are perverts, they're just better at hiding it, but no, 100%. Women are really, really scary when they're perverts. I know from experience. You don't have to put it so plainly. I just don't know how to talk to young people. It's not like we have a Famicom to pass the time. Aha! Put it in that Nintendo reference! Haha! And she calls all game consoles Famicons. Yes, that's such a mom thing to do, calling it a Famicon. It's like, oh, you're playing on your Super Nintendo? Mom, this is a fucking PlayStation 2. It seems neither of you has any manners. The clang of a heavy door rings from afar, shaking the room slightly. What was that? The sound of Saeko's return. Really loud, right? Yes, and what happens when she returns? That's just the sound of the front door. She'll take off her uniform next, and sometimes she takes a shower. Then she'll come to this drawer. If anybody's appeal or health isn't up to par, her hand will come in to pluck them up. How am I doing? You're fine for now. They're also self-aware of their game stats. What happens if everyone's fine? Well, Saeko takes Rin out of the drawer almost every day. I'm gonna save just in case. I don't know how long this is. As for what they do, Rin, why don't you tell her yourself? I mean, we just talk. I stand next to Saeko and keep her company while she studies. It's not like she says that much, so all I do is chime in every once in a while. So you have more opportunities to talk with Saeko than the rest of us. Yes, but what are you... I know we fought about this a bit earlier, but I still want to leave this place. Just don't think it's good to give up and indulge in life here without at least trying to escape. If you can talk to Saeko and understand even just a little of what's in her heart, do you think you could get her to tell you about a way out of here? Even a hint would be fine. Hey! How can you be so reckless and selfish? What if something happens to Rin? Please don't misunderstand me. I'm not asking him to fight Saeko or anything. I know that's impossible, no matter how much knowledge we gather. If we fight back, she'll just squash us like cockroaches. I'm sure you've seen that countless times, Chio. Kind of ironic, considering one of the ending outcomes. Okay. I gave you guys the warning that spoilers. This is a very spoiler-heavy stream, because there's a lot to talk about and unpack. Footsteps approach. I'm saying to go at it from the opposite direction, like the north wind and the sun. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't fight Saeko. Make friends with her and get her to let us out in a way that she's happy with. There's no way that could happen. Do you still not understand what kind of person Saeko is? She kills people without hesitation for her own sake. She's that cruel. I know that she's cruel, but what if that's the only way she knows how to connect to people? The entire floor shakes with each footstep. What if deep in her heart she just wants a good friend who she can talk to as an equal? In that case, if one of us makes friends with her, she might turn us back to normal. You know, that's why she kind of like wipes our mind after we really disappoint her when we try to escape in the main game, but that's never actually shown, but it's alluded to. Rin, you might be able to do it. Rin, you don't have to listen to this girl's delusions. Her head's in the clouds. Don't worry about the pros and cons, just reply in a way that makes Saeko happy and stay alive. Got it? The footsteps draw closer and closer. The best way to get along better with someone is to know what they're like. Akari, just stop. If you're going to talk with Saeko now, try asking what Saeko likes during your conversation with her. Understanding Saeko and getting to know her better is sure to bring us closer to leaving this place. Rin, you better not listen to this stupid woman. The footsteps stop. After another few seconds of silence, the ground once more begins to shudder. I fall to the ground, unable to stay standing. Next, I hear the creak of something moving, then a tremendous commotion that shakes the whole room. As the room we're in, the second drawer of a desk is pried open by Saeko's fingers. Okay. What is it? Well, honestly, I'm kind of busy. Sorry, normally I'd want to talk more. But I've had my hands full with class assignments lately. Huh. Hey. Can I talk to you? What? You've got some nerve. I'm really trying to focus right now. So, what was your question? Is there anything you like? Well, I like talking to little people. Especially good little people. Who don't tell lies. Plus, I like eating little people. And playing with them, too. Does that answer your question? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna be a little shithead. That's so? Sorry. Let her finish, let her finish. Yeah. There's a flow to the discussion. Don't be too hasty. Don't be too late. Don't overtalk. But why are you asking me this now? Don't tell me you're scheming something. Nah. That's so? Well, I can't see you, of all people, doing something like that. Oh. Sorry. Okay, she wanted me to respond there. Well, I can't see you, of all people, doing something like that. Yeah. what I like? Huh. I've always liked reading books and shopping for clothes. I'd pick an understated accessory to put on my neck and wear. A new dress for recitals. Hopefully I didn't have to respond there. Yes, for piano recitals. See, she's a bit of a classy woman. Go back to the drawer for today. I can't focus with you here. Yeah. Just... It's nothing. Bye. Oh, Rin. This is surprisingly a lot more meatier than the demo was, but this is a prototype. So I'm assuming maybe this was supposed to be... I don't know how much of this is new and how much of this is actually the real prototype. Oh, Rin. Hello, Nano. You came back safe and sound, thank goodness. I could hear Saeko's displeased voice from inside the drawer. I was worried you'd gone and mouthed off at Saeko like that deluded girl asked. I'm glad you came back alive without doing anything you shouldn't have. Actually, I asked what Saeko liked. You didn't need to put yourself in danger like that. I see. How did Saeko respond? Is that all you have to say after Rin risked his life for you? Not for me. It was so that everyone can leave this place alive, wasn't it? You should still at least say thank you. Oh no, they're fighting again. Should I give them another drink? Thought they were getting along better, but it seems like they are still at all. Should I give them another whiskey chocolate? What if I give you guys water? Oh, a present for me? Thank you, but I'm good right now. I need to talk to Akari first. I guess it's just another round of whiskey. Do they look extra squat here? It's because this is a prototype version of the game. Included as an extra for the full experience and the Switch release. Would you like some more whiskey? Ha. I appreciate the thought, but this isn't the time, and if I'd get bored if I ate chocolate every day. Wanna get bored if she ate dick every day? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't need a drink. I want to hear about your conversation with Saeko. What exactly did you talk about? Well, it wasn't anything important. First, she said that what she liked most was talking with little people. She also said she liked eating and playing with them. Weird hobbies, though I already knew that was coming. They're glaring at each other again. After that, she said she liked reading books and shopping for clothes. Is that all? Yeah. That's a bit of a nothing answer. That sort of default reply you'd give to deflect a question. You're right, but she did say something else too. She said it was fun buying accessories and clothes to wear to piano recitals. Piano recitals? Huh, does that mean Saeko performs at piano recitals, or does she just go to listen to the performances? I don't know. She made it sound like there was something more to it. Plus she made me go back to the drawer after that. Even though she normally lets me stay on the desk until she's done studying. Really? Good job. Huh? Rin, this is an incredible find. If she put distance between you after you talked, it means she wants to keep that a secret. Piano recital? These words must hold a special meaning for Saeko somehow. I feel bad for asking this, but could you ask Doctor like Saeko a lot a question for me? Huh? Doctor likes Saeko a lot? Yes, I want to know whether Saeko just listens to piano or if she plays it herself. Since the doctor has enjoyed living here for so long, I'm sure she would know. Oh. You can't go ask her yourself? I don't want to ask her for a favor. And you know, she wouldn't answer me honestly. True. Does Saeko play piano or does she just listen to it? I'll try to ask Dr. like Saeko a lot, as named by Akari, since she's been here the longest. Excuse me, Dr. Saeko, would you mind answering a question for me? Do you want me to hit you? How violent. What makes you think I like Saeko a lot? Come on, go ask the real deal. Fine, but why am I running errands for this girl? Excuse me, Doctor likes Saeko a lot. Would you mind answering a question for me? Saeko plays piano. She answered right away. I could hear everything you were saying. What's with that stupid name anyway? Like something out of Arale-chan? I don't know if that's I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Your references are so dated, I guess. Man, I was playing the original Parodius on MSX the other day, and that's like the first time I felt like that I was playing a game that was too old even for me. Akira Toriyama gag manga. Oh, okay. Thank you for the context. Akari, could you not talk right now? Yep, that's me, the old and dated Doctor likes Saeko a lot, who only knows anime from before the 90s. I mean, there's a lot of anime from the fucking 80s and 70s that I wish I could watch, but there's only so much time in the world. And I chose to be very specifically into video games more than anything else. Looks like you become quite the detective couple while I was sulking. Having fun doing what Akari tells you to, Rin? Will you be staking out the house tonight, examining each other's body parts at the scene, just the two of you? I didn't say anything. Anyway, Saeko does play piano. To be more accurate, I should say she used to. She has a digital piano in her room. I don't know what song she plays since she practices with headphones on. But in the past, I could sometimes hear her from inside this drawer. At least I heard her fingers hitting the keyboard and her mules stepping on the pedals. This is something I heard from a little person who was here before, but Saeko has been practicing piano for years. So, was that enough for you? Likes escaping a lot, Akari? Thank you for sharing what you know. But if you haven't heard those sounds recently, that means she must have stopped practicing piano at some point. I'm curious about why she stopped, but I can hazard a guess. You can? In the world of music, young people get a lot of attention. You can perform in recitals without any requirements by playing in your grade section. As long as you're good at piano, everyone praises you and makes you feel special. Okay, this is a very fucking real thing right here. When you're special, like, when you're a kid and everyone makes you feel like you're special, but then you become an adult and you're no longer special. And that fuels in the fucking depression and burnout. Like, when I was in school, a lot of my teachers were like, this Rick guy, he's gonna go on to do great things. He's gonna be a great artist. And their hopes and belief in me kind of fucked me up, because I was cocky for a little while that maybe I'd be able to follow my dreams, but then, you know, I became an adult and it became harder and harder to stand out and do anything. And, you know, with the internet being the way that it is now, standing out is basically fucking impossible. There's always someone better than you. Every single time. Every single time. You share your art and instantly get jobbed by someone else posting their better art. it sucks. I mean, I still like sharing stuff and posting stuff, but I mean, it's obviously clear as day that like, oh, this artist was only like 20 and they drew this? Wow, I've been drawing for 35 years and my art still sucks and looks bad. You know, I've felt that. I've felt that a lot. A lot of artists online feel that. So yeah, I get where this is coming from. Being made to feel like you're special, and a lot of people from my generation kind of grew up like that. I used to like practice like drums in high school, or I used to practice like drums in was it elementary school too. I come from a long lineage of musicians, and unfortunately I broke the combo. My dad was a drummer, and everyone before him like played some form of instrument. But me, I broke the combo. I wanted to be an artist, someone who like draws, and I'm still an artist, but a very different kind of artist. So, I mean, it's nothing that like is traumatizing or I get blamed for or whatever. But that thought always enters my mind that I could have been a music kid. I could have been like made music somehow. It's in the bloodline, but I came out wrong and different for wanting to create art. So yeah. But that only lasts until high school. Get older and you won't even get the chance to perform. If you're resolved and determined enough to devote your life to being a pro, you can continue performing for an audience, but most people can't do that. True, fucking true. Even with VTubing, I kind of feel like a nobody at this point. It's like a lot of days it does make it harder to stream, because I think about like maybe people don't actually like me. Maybe I don't have what it takes to ever be anything great. But you know, here we are. It's a good game to have this kind of discussion with. So yeah. Then the question becomes whether you can enjoy it as a hobby, whether you can enjoy playing the instrument. If she stopped practicing, it means that Saeko no longer enjoys playing music. It's strange of me to empathize with her in this situation, but I know exactly how she feels. You seem to know a lot about this. Well, I played before too, though it was violin. Wow, if that isn't the perfect hobby for a naive little lady with her head in the clouds. I'm better than being a frog in a well like you. You're fighting again? Sorry. But now that we know Saeko might miss her piano recitals, what exactly are we supposed to do with this information? Finding out what Saeko likes was supposed to help us make friends with her, right? Yes. Learning what Saeko likes, what kind of person she is, was to help find out what we need to do to become friends with Saeko. To be promoted from a bite-sized snack to a doll she can talk to. Though that choice of words isn't the nicest, you're correct, and the information Rin obtained was very useful for that. We've discovered a very simple way to become friends with her. And what is that? My violin is covered in dust now, but whenever I meet an old friend, my fingers itch to play. It's fun practicing with a friend, even if you're playing in a basement rental studio rather than a concert hall. Even after parting ways with your friend, you might keep practicing the parts you didn't get to play on your own. I guess I understand that. Hobbies are easier to keep up if you have friends who are also into them. Kind of, and sometimes it works against you. Jealousy is a bitch. I could be a little bit of an envious person at times, which is on me. That's not healthy. But I do get more burnt out when I watch all my other friends be more successful than I am. Sometimes, you know, with less effort too. Because all my VTubing stuff, you know, I'm self-made. It's all my art. It's very something like I spent a lot of time putting together. even rigged my model myself. It's not the best. I don't have fancy bells and whistles, I don't have crazy gimmicks, but everything I do is like homegrown. And it can suck feeling like, yeah, all that wasn't enough. But, you know, someone just draws 2 frames of animation and gets like tons of support and love and you know, hundreds of viewers off of stuff like that with like the bare minimum effort. That kind of stuff sucks. So I don't know. It's a double-edged blade of jealousy sometimes. Yeah, what I say about these Saeko streams and me like ripping open my chest and putting my heart on full display. It can psych you out at times. But it takes a considerable amount of both talent and persistence to continue alone. Exactly, but when it comes to Saeko, well, she probably doesn't have any friends. How rude is what I'd like to say, but I think you're likely correct. I've never even heard her talking on the phone. Pretty rare for a young woman in university now, I'd say. Yeah, you find that out in the game, that when you look at her phone, when you're finally able to access her messages and missed calls, it's just all business, all school, all work. What friends she did try to make, she kind of just blew off completely, though. She didn't really respond to any of them. Definitely. I think she goes out of her way to trap little people because she doesn't have anybody of her own size to talk to. Wow. Harsh. In any case, Saeko stopped playing piano even though she had been playing for years. It would have been different if she completely given up on it, but I don't think she has, judging from her reaction to Rin's question. Somewhere deep in her heart, she wants to enjoy playing music again. That's what I think. If that's the case, we can help fulfill that desire. We'll play music with her. What? Are you serious? I can't play any instruments. The last time I played anything was a recorder in music class. I don't know anything about music either. Well, I guess neither of you is a naive little lady. We have time, don't we? Choose a simple instrument and we can practice together here. Wait, what are we supposed to use for instruments? You don't have that violin of yours in this drawer either. We'll ask Saeko. I have a request for you, Rin. Next time you talk to Saeko, please tell her there's a little person who used to play the violin and would like to perform along with her on piano. Wait, you really can't do that. Saeko seemed to regret talking about the piano to Rin, right? If she found out that he talked about her secret to another little person, she'll kill him right away. Is Saeko that short-tempered? It's not a matter of temper, she just doesn't think anything of our lives. If anything we say bothers her, she'll crush us without another thought. She might feel a little bad while wiping the blood off her hands with a tissue. But there's no real meaning to regret like that. Anyway, it'd be dangerous to ask her anything more directly. Then what should we do? We're so close to finding an opportunity to escape. That's why I said you shouldn't think about things like that. Go take a nap and hum a few songs or something. But you too, Rin. Huh? You're tired, aren't you? Go get some good sleep. Why don't you escort me? Fine. Chio's putting pressure on me to sleep as soon as possible. It's true that I'm tired. I'll look for a soft sleeping place and escort Chio there. You brought Akari the hair tie. Before we sleep, you can have this. Hey, forget about that for now. Look for somewhere soft and get a good night's sleep. Got it? Got it. Chio's eyes kind of scare me. Let's go to sleep then. Good night. You too, Akari. Come over here. You can sleep right next to me. Chio, why do the 3 of us have to sleep together? The bed isn't that big, and normally we sleep by ourselves whenever we want. Because we're gonna have— oh my Chiyo! We're gonna have a threesome. What? That was a joke. Even if we were going to do it, it would just be the two of us. You could suck your thumb while you watch, Akari. Sorry, that was a joke too. Hey, Rin, be a good boy. I promise I won't do anything you don't like. I lie down on a thick, soft bed. The fluffy fabric envelopes my tired and weary body. But I suddenly feel something warm press up against me. I slowly turn around and find myself in Chiyo's big arms. Rin, do you know how worried I am every time Saeko takes you out? Once the drawer closes, there's no way to know what's happening outside. But I can still hear things. The pencil hitting the table. Saeko clearing her throat. But I can't hear your voice. Your voice must have become quieter when your body shrunk. So I relax every time I hear Saeko's voice. If she's still talking, that means you're still alive. You've managed to survive despite how young you are, because you're smart and kind. You're good at coming up with replies, because you consider the other person's feelings before you speak. That isn't easy, you know? But I still worry if you only survive this long because you always reply in a way that Saeko likes. There's no guarantee that Saeko won't kill you the moment you change things up. You're important to me, Rin. I just want you to live as long as possible. And I want the same for Akari. Hey, Akari, won't you come over here? Is this a different mix of the song, or is this the same? I don't know if I remember the extra weight in this, but I'll have to see. This sounds entirely new. You're a strong girl, Akari. I've never met someone as young as you who's also this calm and brave. But in a situation like this, it's okay to take a deep breath, cling to somebody, and cry as hard as you need to. I know this is pathetic of me, but let me hug the both of you, please. When you're close to me, it's nice and warm, and I can hear your breaths. There's nothing more important to me. When I open my eyes, Chiyo's sleeping face is right next to mine. Her breathing is steady. She's sleeping so soundly. Akari should have been asleep on my other side, but while she had been there before I fell asleep, she was now gone. Did she wake up first? I'll get up and look for her. Chiyo wanted us to sleep together, but Akari has already woke up. I'll go talk to her. Morning, Akari. You're up already? Yes, according to the iPod clock, I slept a whole 3 hours. Wow, stay here longer, and you'll be able to sleep for longer too. That's probably true. Huh, that's a muted response. I was sure she'd be angry or unhappy. I spent some time thinking. I hadn't considered how you and Chiyo feel. Chiyo was just looking out for me. I might have been acting a bit reckless. My goal of getting to know Saeko better in order to escape from here hasn't changed. But I'll still think of a safer way to do it, especially something that's safer for you, since you're the one who needs to talk to Saeko directly. Thank you. Honestly, I'm relieved. So let's get started while Chiyo's still asleep. I've thought of a comparatively safe plan. What? This is the plan. It'd be dangerous to ask Saeko directly about performing together, so we'll find an indirect way to do it. We'll just perform on our own in this drawer. Meaning? We'll make instruments out of stuff that's in this drawer now. Then we'll perform with them so that Saeko notices. We'll get her to think, oh, these little people can play music? In short, you haven't given up at all. Of course not. Please don't tell Chiyo. Alright. Well, I guess it is safer than the first plan. As such, I'd like to start making instruments, but you don't know anything about music, correct? You know how instruments make music? No, not at all. As expected, don't worry. I'll deal with the difficult stuff. Just find something that can make sounds. That's the basis for any instrument. Please look for something in this room that can make sounds. something that's melodious and can play a scale if possible. I should look for something in this room that can make sounds and bring it to Akari. It should play a scale too, or something that makes short, simple sounds. I'm gonna do something dumb. You gave her the music player. Can we use this music player? It's true that most people might think this is the closest thing to an instrument in this room, but this doesn't work. Yeah, I know it's the hair tie. While there's instruments that play recorded sounds, they wouldn't work for a session with Saeko. Please look for something that can make sounds in a more analog way. But I've seen a little gif of her playing this before. It used to get shared a lot in the developer Discord. Back when we didn't really know much about the game. And it's like we're looking for anything we could kind of like theorize about characters and whatnot. How about this elastic band? You can pluck the elastic to make a boing sound, right? So I thought it might work. Elastic bands? That's not a bad idea. We could use them as strings. What do you mean by strings? Strings stretched taut for plucking. Pianos, guitars, and violins all make music through vibrating strings. The instrument needs one more thing, a large body for the sound of the strings to resonate more loudly. Next, I'd like you to find something for the body of the instrument. Something hard and light would be good. As per Akari's request, I'll look for something that should work as an instrument's body. Something hard and light that will help the sound resonate loudly. Her hairpin. Okay. Oh, okay, the bottle cap. Right, it's like a guitar based. Okay. How about this cap? Nice, it's hard and it looks light. I can hold it in one hand and play it with the other. But can we even attach an elastic band to this? If we had tape to stick them together. We could file the cap with a hairpin. If we make thin slits, we can thread the elastic band through them. If we have a hairpin, we can make the elastic band thinner too. Changing the thickness of the string changes the pitch. If we change the thickness of each of these elastic bands, that'll make 3 different sounds already. Then we have to adjust the length of the strings when playing, and we'll be able to play simple melodies. Can we really do that? Let's just try it. It's not like we have anything better to do. Please bring me a hairpin. Here you go. Thank you, but why are you making such an odd expression? Oh, I was just thinking that hairpins are really useful. Really? This is the first time I'm using one, though. Okay, let's cut 3 lines across the edge of the cap and stretch the strings over it. Done. Let's try playing some music. Like a little... boing. Is the pitch a bit low? You're right, but it sounds better than I expected. If we make the string thinner here and adjust the tension... Good morning. I had a weird dream where I was being attacked by a swarm of frogs. Wait, what are you doing? Making an instrument. I like how it's just the random little thing, like... the doink. 15 seconds of silence. Doink! It's like those stupid YouTube videos of just like 1 hour of silence broken by falling metal pipes or whatever. That genre of dumb video. Making an instrument, it's like when you listen to that stuff, it's just a jump scare yourself and remind you that you have something else going in the background. An instrument? Why? Just to pass the time, after all. We have so much of it. So it's not part of a plan to escape? I'm relieved. You can do whatever you want, but don't make Saeko angry, okay? Of course we won't. Oh, it looks more like an instrument now. Isn't it kind of loud? The bottle cap is the perfect shape to help the sound resonate. Huh. She's playing her ABCs. Clap, clap, clap. Oh wait, I'm American. I could just... We Americans love clapping. I don't know if it actually, like... If my microphone might mute it. I don't know. Alright, it's rather good, isn't it? Yeah, you really made an instrument with only the stuff we had here. That's incredible. It should be enough to let Saeko know there's a little person who could play an instrument in here. Ah. It's fine. Huh? You're thinking I'll get angry again now that I know you're trying to escape, aren't you? You don't have to worry. After seeing Akari, I ended up thinking that I want to change things too, if it's possible. Performing music in a drawer to get Saeko to notice is a rather roundabout method, but it's safe and pretty interesting too. I'm really happy to hear you say that, Chiyo. Plus, it's been decades since I've heard a live performance. Even if it's something like this, it's not bad at all. Yeah, it might sound strange, but hearing music just makes me feel calmer. The ground shakes slightly. There's the distant sound of a door unlocking. Just a few more seconds, and so she'll hear it, but just barely. Footsteps reverberate once more. Clothes rustle in the air. Shallow breaths in and out. The sounds of Saeko drown out the strings. Then the footsteps grow louder. The makeshift instrument is flung out of Akari's hands. Then after a moment of silence, another few seconds of silence, the ground once more begins to shudder. I fall to the ground, unable to stay standing. Next, I hear the creak of something moving, then a tremendous commotion that shakes the whole room. As the room we're in, the second drawer of a desk is pried open by Saeko's fingers. I'm back, you cute little people. Did you get along while waiting for me? By the way, I think a detail I just noticed was the hair tie never really had a purpose in the original game. And I think it moved to the position where you find it in the main game, but I'm not sure if that's just like when they superimpose this scene into the prototype, because I'm not sure this scene existed in the prototype initially. You can like tell things suddenly change when it animates. But yeah, there's only like one use for this, the hair tie, and it's usually like trying to force a secret bad end in Chapter 2. Did you get along while waiting for me? Let's see, nobody seems to be acting out of the ordinary today. That's perfect. I'm full right now, so I had some sweets since I had some sweets at a cafe. By the way, was the radio or TV on while I was out? I thought I heard something when I opened the door to the room. About that. That was the instrument I made. I love music, so I just wanted to play an instrument. Any instrument. Though I wanted to make a violin, since that's my usual instrument. This? It looks like a toy. Nothing like a real violin. But you put so much effort into making this. It's cute how hard you tried. That said, I'm confiscating this instrument. I don't want you making too much noise in my room. Hey, would you do anything if I asked you to do it? Of course. That's so. I'm heading out for a bit. Be good and wait there. Huh? What is this place? She shrank a music hall. This is, this is a part of her powers. She does technically shrink an entire city in the original stories and keeps it in her drawer. So it's, yeah, this is more demonstrations of what her powers can do. A concert hall. Not just any concert hall, it's one of the most famous and top class ones in Japan. No one noticed it went missing. But why is it in this room? Oh, what a lovely dress. Would you like me to help you put it on? No, thank you. Forget about that dress. Look at this violin. It's a Stradivarius, and this cello. I probably pronounced that wrong. I put on the tuxedo. How does it look? Wow, you look really, really good. Oh, if only I had a camera. Huh, you really can play. I don't know anything about classical music, but this sounds so nice. It really does, but where is Saeko? I don't know. She said to start playing first, and she'd be listening. Huh. Cute. Beautiful. It is. It's the first time in a while I've heard Saeko's piano. She really plays wonderfully. The end. And then it immediately goes into this. Does it change the title screen at all? No, it doesn't. I guess it's kind of like the funny ending, but it's also sweet and kind of like the good ending in a way. Huh. I guess if you don't like the darker endings, you could basically just be like, alright, well, these are all very bittersweet or ended in a very unsatisfying way. You could basically pretend that, yeah, none of the events of the main game took place after you go through that additional scenario prototype build. I had heard in the past before her conversations were just more about of like ghost stories and rumors, but I do think this the script was probably rewritten around a bit and changed because that is definitely newly added to this. So a cute, sweet little end. But then again, in a scary way, if those events are canonical to the main story and things didn't get better, because technically the music hall was still shrunk and Saeko shrunk herself down, which, that's something she does do in the stories. She can just do that at will. Like, when she's close enough to someone, she will shrink down to their size and communicate to them face to face. Because, she actually trusts them, and they're actually like a friend to her, or something more. But then, after that good end, if they still tried to escape, then that brings on the betrayal and Saeko basically wiping Rin's memories out and treating Akari like shit, that she went through so much effort just to still escape when she thought maybe she had friends. So she probably, something probably fucked up in the middle of that and led into the events of the game that we play in full. Let's see, this would be the bad ending because we have the cracked mirror over here. This is another bad ending because it's just Saeko in the mirror. I think this is my good ending. Yeah, this has both of us. Let's play Sukebo The Final though, real quick. Bum 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 bum. I was thinking a funny April Fool's Day stream would potentially just be booting up the game, getting through the first chapter, and then just playing this. That'd like be a really funny way to disappoint people. Like, hold on, this is the real game right here. Oh, just almost got me. Okay, I can't touch the flower. Oh! Killed by the rock. This is if you're trying to go for a 100% achievements in this game, this will be your roadblock. Though it's actually not too hard once you know what to do. I mean, a lot of people think like, oh, I only have 3 chances. Just load a save. It's a silly little game. Okay. Oh! Okay, I was very close. I was very close. Sorry, I'm like putting all my focus into this little goofy-ass game. I wonder if the hitbox on the rocks were adjusted a little bit, because I'm pretty sure that should have killed me. It's the key of knowing that double jump right there. You have like coyote time. A video game term for like running off a cliff but still being able to like, you know, float for a bit and then also have the ability to jump mid-air. Which I wonder if Roadrunner cartoons were the main inspiration of that. Oh, okay. I hit her hand, but I mean if you want to see me beat the game, go watch the previous VOD. I was able to do it there, but yeah. Alright, here's my preferred ending. Hello, Orbert. Sorry if I missed your message earlier. I just finished the prologue. It was good. See, October 12th, 2008. I hear a doorbell from beyond the drawer, the first sound I've heard from outside. Help is here. Just like I said, we'll all be free soon. Fuck off, Kazu. No one likes you. You probably has to be the least liked character in this game. I knew this would happen. The chair and table are all smaller than my body. I really am back to my regular size. What are you standing there for? Come on, let's get out of here. Rin, sorry, I have one last request. Kill me. You know I have a fate worse than death waiting for me if I go to the outside world. So I just want you to put an end to all this, by your hand. Looking for an easy way out, but also... She considers Rin very close. This ain't the other ending where we squeeze her like a grape and she explodes. That's the true, actual bad ending, in my opinion. The suicide ending is not my favorite, and I don't think that should be anyone's favorite. That's usually the ending normal people go for, you know, who play this game and for some reason don't have the fetish, and just genuinely think she's an awful person and deserves everything she gets. But I mean, maybe they're right. Maybe I'm just a weird one here. Nintendo Switch version support. Beep Japan. Incorporated. Thank you, Beep Japan. March 10th, 2009. 6 months later. You can see the little smear articles crossing out our face. Fucking Kazu being the shithead he is, like, reported the full story. In the other ending, it's a picture of Saeko crossed out. Kazu smearing her name even in death. Now for the news, like, yeah, Rin's like treated like an accomplice to Saeko, basically doing what she did, her massacre. Now for the news. The UN has announced that beta Noxenus emissions have drastically dropped worldwide. Wildlife has returned to many areas across the globe where pollution has disappeared. And a lot of people play the game, they're like, why is it just talking about random unimportant shit like pollution and like these toxic emissions, this beta Noxenus shit? There is a reason. There is a reason. It does wrap around to this ending. Rin, it's been a while. How have you been? Well, enough. Well enough. How about you? Normal, I guess. I sometimes dream about scuba diving, but that's about it. I'm probably doing better than you, though. I saw the article in the weekly magazine that Kazu is the worst. I can't believe he exposed what you did in the drawer in such an awful way. But yeah, there's your confirmation that, yeah, Saeko was just shoving Akari up her pussy the entire time. For months and months. Thanks to that escape attempt. Well, actually, maybe not months, but maybe it started like the week after they tried to escape or whatever, and Rin's memory was wiped. Like, yeah, if you have that sweet little ending, and it turns out, no, that was all a ploy to escape, then yeah, Saeko would feel very betrayed, and it would make sense that she would torture Akari in the way that she did so much, while still keeping her alive and never really killing her. I'm worried about you, Rin. Can I go visit you sometime? No. No matter what? Yeah. Okay. I went back to university, you know. My life outside is all back to normal. All of it. I just had to redo half a year's worth of courses. But it's no good. Something's changed inside me. Even if I read books I like or make small talk with people, I keep thinking this isn't what I survived for. Does anything like that ever cross your mind, Rin? There's been a lot of cheerful news lately, hasn't there? The beta Noxenus pollution emissions everywhere had been terrible, but they just disappeared one day. Weird, isn't it? Apparently the water that was polluted with it just disappeared one day, like it had been shrunk. It doesn't matter, I just mentioned it because it was on my mind. Anyway, if you ever want somebody else's help, just let me know. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. See you around. My adorable little psychotic evil girlfriend that lives in my desk drawer and shrinks all the pollution in the world to try to what is it? What's the word? Atonement. Atonement, like, what is it? It's not complete forgiveness. It's atoning for your crimes. So it's not forgiveness. Bro, what? Orbert, you've played this. You already know. You already know all the endings. Don't act surprised. And then there we go. Am I blocking her out? No, she's right there. She's there with me. I know, it's been a minute. Yeah, 1 year later. But yeah, that was nice. Thanks everyone for sticking with me while I go through my Minhera game choice, my personal little weird game that I like a lot. I still enjoy the stories. I watched a lot of people be super critical about it on like Twitch, and I just, after a while, I'm like, I don't need to see anyone else play this anymore. I don't need to see how they react. It was like a litmus test of learning just like how many people would I essentially never be friends with, and it just kind of confirmed one thing of like, yeah, no, if this is what people think, then yeah, I'm probably better off without friends. Like I say, like, always use something that is just kind of you as a filter to get rid of other people that wouldn't be good in your life. Love my little girlfriend over there. Though, would it be technically a girlfriend? The Giantess dating sim part is a little bit of a bait and switch on people. It's just more of a story of Saeko, and, you know, the creator did read the original stories, and those, like, really disturbed them. And so this game, like, it's a lot more lighthearted than those stories definitely are, for sure. So it's kind of like nice we got something like this that was inspired from those stories and kind of like created another Saeko who was at least, you know, kind of got her comeuppance. And there is the show, the Scary Fairy Tales, that I think inspired the original stories. Starring the actress who went on to be in Kill Bill as Go-Go. in the role of a schoolgirl named Saeko who gets to shrink her crush. And then, yeah, kind of the ending. Well, actually, I shouldn't spoil the ending, but I mean, you're already here. You probably already know of it, but a lot of people don't like the ending of that show. I like the ending of that show, but it's also not a very good ending in that show. So this is kind of like, let's take the gruesome stories and let's take the unsatisfying ending of the show and just make something that actually feels a lot more nicer and positive and sweet in the end. Yeah, I'm curious about what Kip's next game is going to be too. Whatever it is, I'm 100% playing it. It doesn't have to be a Giantess game, and I know it's not going to be a Giantess game. He wants to move on to do other things that he wants to do. And I'll be there to support him and try out his games and look forward to his next projects. He's a cool, interesting person. And he made something that's like a pretty important media that I got to at least see in my lifetime, which is like pretty nice, you know. It's hard to imagine something like this would get made in my lifetime, but you know, I'm glad it did. I'm glad it did. That probably sounds cheesy and corny, but hey, you know, I could just say, you want to learn about me? Play this game. It kind of makes it'll make some sense. And if they don't vibe with it, well, you know, they don't deserve me at my weirdest. I don't know. Whatever. Let's head to the living room. Not that we ever left. Yeah, I'm not much of a visual novel person, but Saeko was definitely like a good visual novel in my book because the subject matter was something that I really like. It's something that's like, it's kind of weirdly a core part of my personality. And when you have like weird fetishes like that, sometimes it does feel into self-hatred. It's like, why do I enjoy this thing? This is fucked up. Like, it's kind of like our programmer's duck where they have a problem, a glitch they're trying to figure out, so they talk to the programmer duck and explain everything they did in detail to like kind of realize like, oh, that's what I got wrong. But like, imagine that as another human being and you tell them like, oh, well, I find this kind of gets me going, this is the kind of thing that I like, and then they look at you very weirdly or horrified, like you're trying to like tell someone close to you about this and they look at it like, so a cannibalism fetish, murder fetish, is this like snuff? And then you're like, oh god, no. For some people, yeah, it's like that, but some other people don't see it in that same light. But like, saying that at them makes it sound like they're a fucking psychopath. That's like the programmer duck moment of like, oh my god, is that how normal people see me? It's like, no, it's just, it's not real. It's completely fictional. It's an impossible fetish, and it lives through media, and it tells very interesting stories and tales, and makes for a lot of really good porn and story dynamics, and it's very interesting. I think that's partially why it becomes such a normie fetish after a while, because people are kind of like, you know what, more of a thing I like is actually pretty cool. You know, you go out, you get food, you never want a tiny little meal, you always want like the biggest meal you could handle, you want to eat good. And then it's just like, you look at the person you love and you're like, you know what, if they were 100 feet tall or even larger, I don't think I'd mind. Okay, that's like a cheesy way or dumb way to put it, whatever. But yeah, believe me, I've spent a lot of time discussing this game and what I feel like it means and like what the characters could potentially be references to. Somewhere at the halfway point, I dived into a lot of the character discussions, like, you know, Clara, I didn't go too much into hers, but Clara is from the Yapu, the human cattle, or whatever that's called. It's a character from that, I believe, where she's super, super overbearing and actually really toxic and bad. And I guess people were supposed to hate Clara, but honestly, I didn't really hate her that much. But I guess she was written in a way that was supposed to make people hate her. Like, she represents the escape, the good ending that doesn't actually, like, the good ending that will never be, because it's like, yeah, this is a power fantasy where Saeko has complete control. And it's only by her choice that she can choose to end it all. Where in one ending she kills herself, and the other ending you make her atone for her sins. And in the completely, like, the initial ending everyone gets, where you're basically a little freak that matches Saeko's freak, and basically you pretty much bring about the end of the world by both becoming giant and just fucking on top of the city. So there's that too. That's a good ending if you're a little twisted like me, I guess. Anyways, yeah, I guess lore-wise, Taki was very good at getting in people. I guess I consider him like the normie stand-in of like an outsider looking at the fetish and being like, that's weird, because he is like a psychiatrist in lore, but that doesn't really get touched upon in the game. But like the little character bio and probably within the art book, if I had to imagine, they'll have some details about the character. But those were details that were shared on Twitter about Taki as a character. So I think he was like a child psychiatrist. And I think like his whole thing is like having a penetrating gaze that feels like he's staring directly into your mind and soul and pegging you for what kind of person he thinks you are. We got to learn more about why Chiyo is so the way that she is. Maru was pretty much repressed. Like, he's the side of you that goes, man, I feel like shit for liking what I like. Why do I feel guilty for doing this? It's like, you know it's a fucked up thing, but you like it anyways. And so that's kind of like what Maru just was. He was just a repressed enjoyment out of something and self-hate in that way. I think that's pretty much all the characters. And Kazu is pretty much just the actual normie that looks at this as a freak show and like wants to profit off of it and go, wow, look at this shit. Isn't this fucking weird? Look at these idiots for liking what they like. Wow, fucking actual psychopath. Like, that's the kind of person he is. And that's what he kind of like represents. And sadly, you know, he fucking lives in the good endings. Visual novels are pretty good at exploring trauma and mental illness, I'm starting to notice. Yeah, why do you think they're popular with the people that they're popular with? It's media that dives more into the stuff that people kind of like want and tells a good story and something human that people like actually want. You watch movies, you read comics, that shit has to be short, it has to be deliberate, it can't usually dive too much further than surface level stuff, unless, you know, it's a really good movie or a good comic, but that's usually the stuff that doesn't sell. So that's why, you know, stuff like that actually ends up becoming popular, when something comes along and isn't really afraid to dive a little bit deeper and tell a story in a way that is avant-garde and doesn't, you know, play to Hollywood stereotypes and do things because, oh, I have to do this or that. Like, yeah, Saeko as a game, the gameplay is very, very shallow. That I will admit. You're basically just reaching a point where you're choosing a 1 or a 0. There's little improvisation, but that's kind of also deliberate because, look, it's Saeko's in charge. What the fuck are you gonna do? She's just kind of like making this into a game. It's kind of like fucking with you, in a way. But yeah. I like this goofy little game a lot. Thanks for watching, everyone. The amount of people watching was in the double digits pretty much the entire time. Not much chatter, but I do appreciate that you guys just let me focus on the game and say that what I want to say without like being too distracting and, you know, being respectful and stuff. The initial Saeko streams, I was like really worried like problems were gonna happen and people were gonna, you know, trying to have a laugh or whatever, but that didn't really happen either. So it's nice, you know. I get to wear my heart on my sleeve a bit and play something that's important to me and talk about stuff that's important to me. And yeah, this stream went really nicely and smoothly, just like the other ones. Makes me wish every game stream could be like Saeko, but it's not. So that's why these streams are always the Saeko series of streams are pretty embarrassing, and I did like start breaking out and crying during some of the moments in the VODs for when I played the full game. But 2025 was kind of a really emotional year for me, so there was a lot going on and a lot of stuff that I could relate to, and yeah. So, that being said, I held it together pretty good during this stream, I think. Thumbs up. I'm getting a thumbs up right now, you can't see it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for lurking. Let me see who I could send you guys over to, who's potentially streaming right now. Bum 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 bum. Not a lot of people on tonight. My raid targets are very, very limited tonight. Okay, I know who I'll raid. Okay, so, sorry I haven't been streaming much this month. I have my periods of time where I don't want to be perceived. I don't want to really talk with a lot of people, and I kind of go hide in my little hermit hole. In a way, I really relate to Saeko as a character of just, you kind of just do what you need to do, and you make yourself happy in your weird little personal ways. I don't have a drawer full of shrunken people, but in a perfect world, I probably would. Okay, that's probably a little weird to say. Yeah. Anyways, thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys next time for something a lot more lighthearted, maybe classic action game. Goofy, fun time. I do want to play the Parodius series. It is summer. Summer has officially started. So we'll probably play some nice summer vibe games. Is that why I started buying anime figures recently? You know, that's really funny you bring that up, because a lot of people that get into like dolls as a hobby or anime figures kind of like don't realize it's kind of like a soft way of participating in size difference, and that kind of like, they don't think about it in a sexual way, but then psychologically it probably programs the brain a little bit to enjoy the idea of, oh, I have a miniature human standing on my shelf, I could just pick this up anytime, you know. And people that get into the, what is it, the Dolphy hobbies, basically those things are very, very important to people. They handle those with the utmost, it's a non-living thing, but to some of those people, the doll may as well be living. It's a hobby you gotta like really respect because of the sheer amount of passion that people put into it. It's kind of like them having like a living person in their care, essentially, to them in their mind. But I'm not someone that can really talk too much about that, because I'm not a part of that hobby, but, you know, I've known people that do like that hobby. Anyways, You took a picture of one in your hand the other day and looked at the pic and went, huh. Yeah, that could explain some stuff. Okay. Thanks. I wish I could say more, but I think it's been a 3-hour stream almost. That's actually kind of like really surprising. I expected this to be a one and done, like 30-minute like prototype, but no, it was actually really fleshed out. Kind of makes me wonder, kind of makes me theorize, was this truly a prototype demo? Or was like Kip playing 5D chess here and was like, alright, well, I'm gonna release Saeko, and then I'm gonna release this additional ending, this too good to be true ending as a DLC post-release or whatever. So, who knows? But I think the script probably just was really repurposed in places, because I remember the original discussion being something about, well, mentioning that, like, oh yeah, she talks to Rin about, do you believe in supernatural stuff, hauntings, ghosts? Because in the actual Saeko stories that were written, it was like rumored that her apartment complex was haunted, essentially, because people would always go missing around there, and gruesome things would often be found. So yeah, it was like, I think kind of addressing those rumors is, I believe, what I've heard in the past, but now I'm not so sure. The stories aren't for the light of heart. In one of those situations, she shrunk someone, bit them in half, and then unshrunk them and left like half of their body just in the street. So that's kind of like how dark the stories could kind of get, but they're a very interesting read. But once again, in quotation marks, not for the light of heart. This game is definitely a lot more lighthearted, even though it's, you know, messed up things do happen in it. But it never pushes like complete uncomfortableness, I guess I want to say. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for lurking. Thanks for supporting me and showing up to this stream. Thanks for behaving. Thanks for supporting me elsewhere and keeping me company. And if you're a friend on Discord who messages me, and I probably don't always reply, I appreciate it still. Thanks for thinking of me. Thanks for remembering me. Thanks for not completely throwing me away. I've had too much of that in my life where it feels like people just had enough of me and threw me away. So that could probably also tie into like maybe some of my feelings of like, maybe that connects some dots of like, oh, that's kind of like what this fetish is sometimes, isn't it? Something that hurts in a good way. I don't know. I'm being stupid. I'm saying too much. Until next time, farewell. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.